Hello, family. Today, I want us to really talk quick about work life balance. I don't know about you, but I stopped chasing balance very recently because honestly, I got tired. I'm a single mom, I'm building a business, I work with another organization, and I've got too many interests to fit into those tiny little compartments. But before we get on, if you're new here, my name is Excellence America Joshua, and I warmly welcome you to my channel. Here, I share my journey in faith, growth, single parenting, opportunities, tech, and literally everything in between. No categories, no boxes, just real talk, lessons, and perspectives on living life fully and unapologetically. If you value honesty, growth, and would not mind a bit of everything that makes life rich and meaningful, you're literally in the right place. So please hit the subscribe button below and let's figure things out together. Now, let's talk about this whole work life balance thing. You see, about 2 months ago, I mounted that my son is my tag, and wherever I go, he goes, and we're literally tagged together. I made significant decisions about my life around that decision and deciding what job to take, when, where, if I wanted to move to Nigeria or stay back in the US. I absolutely love my son and I'm raising him intentionally. And when I mean intentionally, I mean I literally have a map for him from when he was 5 until he's like 25, what he should know, the schools he should go, and what I have to do about it. And while I've enjoyed offer of support and support actually, I tend to feel the mom guilt from time to time. However, each time I'm reminded that I do not own him. He's God's own and I am just a caretaker. And so while I need to put my best foot forward and cherish these amazing gifts that God has given me, I'm constantly reminded, and I have to remind myself that I've committed him to God and I need to trust God that while I play my parts, as well as constantly lean on him, he would get him sorted. So I have to constantly get the blueprint from God on how to raise him. I have to lean on him to understand and unravel who this child is giving to me is, and what I must do, when and how. So I literally have to trust God. I needed to share that to give you an understanding of how important my son is to me. And so with that in mind, it has never stopped my ambition despite how parenting I am. I'm a very ambitious young woman and I can be very passionate and intense on whatever cause I have set my heart to. And because of this, I always try to chase balance like it was a holy grail. It was important to me that both were aligned. Like if I could just get a perfect schedule, the perfect energy levels, the perfect vibe, I'll just finally be that polished superwoman version of myself that I had in my head. But life had other plans. Being a single mom, building a business and a non-profit at the same time, while also working with an organization that I absolutely love. I also have passion projects stacked in my journals, and I'm preparing for some exams in a couple of months while constantly upskilling in so many areas. And some days I just want to lie down and just binge watch something with zero productivity, like do nothing, just lie down, turn off my phone, eat some snack, watch a movie, laugh loudly, and just, listen to some good music alone. The thing with work life balance is it sounds like some magical scale where everything just sits perfectly equal. Like I'm supposed to give 50% to being a mother, 50% to my job, 50% to my dreams. You see, that maths, it has never mattered. I realized that work-life balance is a scam. Low-key, a scam, trust me. Not because the idea of balance is bad, but because the way it is sold to us is unrealistic, especially for women like me. And when people talk about balance, they make it sound like you can pour everything equally into everything all the time. Your energy, your attention, your love, your time, it should all be divided neatly. Or they'll say, what is the one thing? But we all know that life doesn't work that way. It's absolutely impossible. There are times when motherhood would demand more. Sometimes your job will pull you harder. Sometimes your dreams will scream louder than anything else. And sometimes you just need to rest. So I realized that instead of balance, I should choose integration. I stopped trying to separate my life into my work and life like they're enemies. They're not. They are parts of a whole, and I'm learning to bring all of me into every space that I occupy. That means I allow all the different parts of me to coexist without feeling guilt. I don't know if you get it. Like some days deep into work with my team or at work and the organization I work with. Other days I'm brainstorming my next idea while Dunamis is playing Roblox beside me. And sometimes I'm doing a voice note to my team and Turkey Train or the foundation while making dinner or just on the call. Or I'm taking Dunamis to the cinema and while we're in the car, I'm responding to pending chats and all of that. And when getting to the cinema, I shut down my phone to focus and enjoy the movie together. It also means scheduling meetings around school runs. When he's in school, I do this, or once he's gone to bed, I go to do some things. Or it means him watching me practice my pitch and write my proposals, and he knows mommy is a builder. Or there are also times where I have to create systems that work not just for me, not just against me, but actually for me. It's not perfect, but it's real and it's mine. It has to be for me. And being a single mom is no joke. You're constantly on decision maker, nurturer, planner, chef, therapist, everything. And being ambitious on top of that, it's literally superhuman energy without a cap. But when you add entrepreneurship to this mix, plus holding down a role in another organization where the two focuses are absolutely different, let's just say balance sounds like a luxury only Instagram coaches can afford. But what's real is the rhythm. What's sustainable is the flow. Some days are heavy on mothering, some days I'm all boss mode. Some days I juggle, some days I just let the balls fall and I pick them back up tomorrow. Um, for women like me, we're constantly told balance it all. But what if we just blended it instead? What if your child saw you chasing purpose and calling? What if your 9 to 5 helped fund your 5 to 9 passion? What if your multiple passions weren't a burden, but then you begin to see it as a gift and find a way to blend it all as a whole? And here's what I know: you don't have to choose between your purpose and your people. You don't have to pick one lane when you were born to build multiple bridges. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to be more. You're allowed to do more and on your own terms. For multi-potentialites like us, we are not scattered, we are layered. And every part of us, I believe, deserves a space. So, my dear sister, stop beating yourself up for not balancing things like a pro. Start owning your rhythm. Your life is not a tightrope, it is a dance. And so some days are salsa, some days are slow jam, some days are full on freestyle. Just do what you like, and absolutely that is okay. For someone like me that used to schedule, I had to realize that I'm not failing, I'm flowing. I'm not behind, I'm building. I'm not too much, I'm just multidimensional. And with work life integration, I get to design my life in a way that feels like me. It's not perfect, it is peaceful. It's not always balanced, but then I know it's aligned. It's not about equal time, it's about honoring what matters most in each moment. And if today what matters most is rest, then it's Sabbath. And if tomorrow is pitching a bold new idea, then that's purpose. And if it's just being present for my son and finally, or just maybe launching a new business or something that counts, that's fine. So, to every single mom out there, to every ambitious woman, and every big dreamer holding it all together, I need you to know that you're not failing because you are juggling. You are instead evolving, you're creating something beautiful out of chaos. And even when it doesn't feel like it, you are doing enough. Work life integration is not a trend, it is freedom, it is flexibility, it's you writing your own rules. So I need you to take a deep breath, let go of balance, and give yourself permission to do life your way and lean into the reading, because you're not here to split, we're here to live and live fully. And I know you've got this and you're not alone. For example, currently in my life, i I decided, hey, I want to take off social media for a bit and maybe just try to do YouTube consistently, because it just feels like there's so much going on and I'm not able to post consistently or be there, or sometimes even respond to messages, or I just go on low contact mode and once a week I just go and check it out and do all the update response that I want to, or maybe schedule. I've also considered, should I get an assistant to handle those things for me, but will they be able to communicate as I want to communicate? Will I want to restart, or do I want to just pause, right? So sometimes some things have to give. There are also times when I'm like, oh, thank God I have my mom. Mommy, please have dunamis for this bit, and I just focus and I'm able to communicate. Son, I'm sorry I have to do this. I'll be back. I just need to do this work right now. Not just for me, but for us. But I also am learning to understand that even if it's just for me, it's okay to communicate that. And I've also learned to absolutely accept help when I can and outsource as much as possible. So the secret to this is, trust me, I'm literally just figuring all of this out. I don't have it all figured out as well. And so if you really want to figure it out with me and see how I'm going, just click the like and subscribe button, so I'll just keep gisting you. I'm trying to be more here on YouTube, more like as a strategy. So instead of saying, oh, this whole day I'm creating a video or I'm doing content or I'm looking for a time where I can create, what I do is every morning, I create my script ahead during my break time or while I have lunch, right, at work. Then every morning, once I dress up, I'm always up early. I've dedicated 15 to 20 minutes of my time. I've taken notes of what I want to talk about. I've dedicated 15 to 20 minutes of my time on the morning when I dress to work to literally record my videos. Then when I have some time, I can quickly edit it. That time I mean could be that time when I'm driving to the office. I don't drive myself, or I'm heading somewhere, I'm in the car. I could just quickly be editing it on the phone with my AirPods. No too much editing. I'm not looking for perfection. I just want to put it out there. So just get it together and it's out there. That's one strategy I've put in. So every morning, because Monday to Saturday I'm literally dressed to work. Sunday I'm going to church, so I'm definitely going to dress up. So why not leverage that to just, I'm dressed up and I dress nicely just to the video, and then I'm able to put it out there and schedule it. So that's one way it has worked for me. Another way is, okay, get help and outsource things, market runs and some other things. And then it's okay to be on a call listening to my son while I am doing my work, if the work is not a deep work where I have to absolutely focus. But in times where I have to focus, I get to okay, I have to focus, and when I finish I get to him. Integration also means for me, what integration also means for me is having two phones, one work phone and one personal phone, for family and emergencies. So for my work phone, I can decide to turn it off if when I have to, if I'm with family. Just all of those little things that seem little eventually just makes you whole. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to look back and see that I regret. But just make sure that you're not all over the place and doing things that don't matter, and know how to stack them. It could also mean, for me, it was also hiring the CEO for secretary and checking updates just once a week and not every day, and insisting that the team doesn't come to me but go to the CEO if there's an issue, and if there's an issue I've marked the time on my calendar to attend to it. That's what it means for me. It means that at certain time my phones are off because I'm studying for my exam or I'm taking a course on upskilling. Do you understand? It means that I will go for first service in church and not second service because of the timing. And then so many things. Makes waking up early, makes sleeping early so that I have enough sleep and my body is well rested. So they're just little decisions here and there. And so yeah, it's a lot, and I hope to share more with you as we go along. So just don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys, and have an amazing day. Bye.